So I was watching Arwin's live stream. Shout out to Arwin. But I had to leave the chat because I had a phone call. Anyway, I went back through the chat because I put something in the chat and, wanted to see if anybody said anything. But Richard J here says, do you think it's possible for spirit to speak to you within thought? On a few occasions I have had thoughts that I don't consider to be my own. Does this make any sense? I'm not crazy also. And this intrigued me because this is also what I have, and I try to explain it to my partner and things, and because they don't experience it, they don't understand it. And I love the fact that Richard G has actually experienced this, because if you experience something, you're more likely to understand it. Otherwise, people basically think you're crazy, having thoughts that aren't your own. What are you on about? You're schizophrenic kind of thing. But it's not like that at all. It's like a random thought that comes into your head, but it's not your thought. It's similar to how you think in that voice that you're thinking, but it's slightly different. And sometimes it can be hard to tell whether it's your thought or their thought. And by their thought, I mean a higher power. What this higher power is, I don't actually know. But yeah, I've had that quite a few times, and it's interesting that somebody else has basically described it the same way that I describe it. So I was talking about this on Conspiracy Cats comment section almost a year ago, and let's take a look where I put in. So as far as I remember, Conspiracy Cats was doing a video about psychics basically, and how some psychics are not true, not real, and just basically scammers. But anyway, I put to him, I used to watch Sally Morgan, even wanted to go to one of her shows, or a one-to-one. I suppose it's more of a hope of communication with the afterlife. I do believe psychics are real, but I don't think it's what most think. I believe it's a higher spiritual being of some sort giving them info. Sounds crazy, I know, lol, but I've had info given to myself that I would have no idea about otherwise. It's almost like a thought, but slightly different to a normal thought, and then when it happens, it's kind of astonishing. For example, I left my home to visit my mum a few years ago now, and something like a thought came into my head, saying something is going to happen at home when you're gone. I told my mum. Anyway, when I got back, I didn't notice anything, but my partner came back after work, and he was like, what have you done with my bike? I was like, what are you on about? Anyway, his bike got stolen while I was out. He thought I was playing a prank on him and hiding it. So something did happen at home while I was out, just like this thought-like thing said. Another time, recently actually, within the past couple of months max, I had watched a video. It was about getting people to put things in a box and then asking the universe, higher spiritual being, or something like that, what's in the box. Anyway, my partner came to me with an envelope, and I thought I would give the video recommendation a try. Lol. So I asked both out loud and in my head a couple of times, what's in the envelope? Closed my eyes and put it to my forehead and waited. The answer was chalk, so I said chalk. He was like, how did you know that? I was like, I don't know, lol. I just asked, and that's what it said, chalk. It's freaky, but fascinating and intriguing. Now I have had other similar experiences to this ever since. And I do believe it is a higher power of some sort. Whether it's a guardian angel, whether it's the creator, whether it's a passed on loved one. I don't know. But I know there is something. But what that something is, I couldn't actually tell you. But yes, Richard J, I do get those thoughts that come into your head that are almost like thoughts, but you know they're not your thoughts. And they do normally give you information and try to lead you down a path, try to tell you or warn you or something, give you information of kinds. But what it actually is, I couldn't actually tell you. But, I mean, people around me nowadays kind of say I'm an oracle. I suppose I think it's like a psychic ability. However, it's not something that I actually possess within myself. It's not something that I can turn on and turn off at will. Something that I can just, use whenever I want. It's almost like something communicating with me. and they decide when they communicate with me, whatever they are, or whatever it is. But yeah, I do understand what you mean, Richard J. Because I too have these thoughts that I don't consider to be my own, because they sound slightly different to that voice that you're thinking. And it does make sense, and I understand you're not crazy. I'm not crazy either. People who don't understand and have never experienced it will probably say we're crazy. But we're not. It's something that's guiding us. And I'm not sure what it is or who it is. But yeah, you're not crazy, and I understand completely what you mean. I more think it's something that's looking out for us, something that's trying to give us info, something that's trying to help us. But it'd be good to have more of a discussion about this, because it's nice for somebody to actually understand what that's like. So I thank you for asking this question, because when people don't understand you and you go through something and people don't understand you and just look at you like you're crazy, it's hard to really get to the bottom of what it actually is and find out, if other people are having that kind of thing. So yeah, thank you.